Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome to Lesson 3, Subtracting Fractions with Unlike Denominators. Our learning goal for today is I can subtract fractions with unlike denominators. So get out your notes and let's get started. Just like we learned with addition with unlike denominators, you can also use a common denominator to find the difference, which is your answer to a subtraction problem of mixed numbers with unlike denominators. So let's take a look at our first question. Our first question says 4 and 5/6 subtract 2 and 3/4. Now I can see that I have a 6 and a 4 as my denominators. So let's go ahead and make them the same. So we have to list our multiples for 6. I have 6, 12. I'm going to stop right there because I know my multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12. So my least common multiple is 12. So let's go ahead and put 12 right here. So in your notes, will you please do the same thing? And now we're just going to pay attention to our fraction. Ignore the 4 holes and 2 holes for just right now. So looking at the fraction part, I can see 6 times what would be 12? I know 6 times 2 is 12. Therefore, 5 times 2 would be 10. Now let's take a look at our bottom fraction. 3/4. 4 times what is 12? I know 4 times 3 is 12, therefore 3 times 3 would be 9. Remember, you want to make sure that you keep it equivalent. So 3/4 is equal to 9/12. Now I can go ahead and subtract. Remember, we're not adding, we're subtracting. Pay close attention to our symbol. So I have 10 minus 9 would be 1. And we keep our denominator the same. Therefore, 10/12 minus 9/12 is 1/12. And now let's not forget about our whole number. Let's go back to our 4 holes minus 2 holes would be 2 holes. So those are our steps. Step 1, find a common denominator. Step 2, subtract your equivalent fractions. And step 3, simplify if needed. So let's take a look at 9/10 minus 2/5. Step 1 says I need to find a common denominator. I have a 10 and a 5, so I need to make them common. I know with my multiples of 5, I have 5 and 10. I'm going to just stop right there because I see a 10 right here. Therefore, let's go ahead and make 10 as our common denominator. Common means alike. All right, now we're ready to find our equivalent fractions. So I have 9/10 still equals 9/10. It's the same value. But 2/5 is the same thing as 4/10 because 5 times 2 is 10, so 2 times 2 is 4. Now let's go ahead and subtract this together. 9/10 minus 4/10 equals 5/10. Now our step 3 says to simplify our fraction if needed. I can see 5/10 can be simplified. They both share a common factor of 5. So I want to go ahead and divide my numerator and denominator, and we'll have it divided by 5/5, which equals 1 whole. Any number divided by 1 always equals itself, so this will be equivalent. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, 10 divided by 5 is 2. Our answer should be 1/2. So if Jerry had 9/10 of a pizza left on his plate, and he ate 2/5 of the pizza, he still had a half of a pizza left. Speaking of pizza, let's look at this next question. In your packet, go ahead and write 6/8 minus 1/2. And the question says, Alexa ate 6/8 of a pepperoni pizza on Monday and 1/2 of a pizza on Tuesday. How much more of a pizza did she eat on Monday than Tuesday? The words how much more than means we're comparing, and comparing means you subtract. So go ahead and follow these 3 steps. Step 1, find your common denominator. Step 2, subtract your equivalent fractions. If it can be simplified, go ahead and simplify. Go ahead and pause the video now and try this on your own. Okay, if you found 8 to be your common denominator, you should have said 2/8 was the answer. However, you still need to simplify. So 2/8 can be simplified to 1/4. Now, if you found 16 as your common denominator, here is what you should have done. you would have said 1/2 is equal to 8/16, and 6/8 is equal to 12/16. And then you would have subtract, and you would have had 12 minus 8 is 4, and that would have been 4/16. You can simplify 4/16 and still get 1/4. See, you're still going to get the same answer if you have a different denominator, as long as you do the steps correctly. Either way, 1/4 is what pizza that she had more on Monday than on Tuesday. Okay, this last question we're going to do together says Mario fills a hummingbird feeder with 3/4 cups of sugar water on Friday. So go ahead in your notes and write 3/4. On Monday, Mario sees that 1/8 cup of sugar water is left. So we're going to subtract 1/8. When it says how much sugar water did the hummingbirds drink, you know that they're taking it away from the hummingbird feeder, so you know it's going to be subtracting. So 3/4 minus 1/8. Go ahead, pause the video, and solve this one on your own. Okay, for this one, you should have said 8 would be my best common denominator because that's the least common multiple. So 3/4 is equal to 6/8. 1/8 is equal to 1/8. When you subtract 1/8 from 6/8, you'll have 5/8. And I cannot simplify 5/8 because they only have a common factor of 1. So the hummingbird drank 5/8 of the sugar water. So here are your 2 practice problems for tonight's homework. Write them at the bottom portion of your packet. 3/4 minus 1/8, and then 7 2/3 minus 6 1/6. Go ahead and solve these both carefully and make sure you simplify if needed. And please don't forget to rate yourself either as a novice if you just don't feel very good about this, apprentice if you're starting to get it, practitioner if you're really getting this. You can do this before I do it, but you want to check it with me. Or the expert, you can teach this to the class. Again, here are your 2 questions. Write them down, pause the video, and we will check them tomorrow in class. Have an amazing night. Bye.